Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Let's Play Ōkami. We are at the end of the Gale Shrine getting ready to fight Crimson Helm. But first, we have to extinguish some flames. I think the purpose of these braziers is just to remind you that fire can indeed be extinguished by the Gale Storm. I wonder if that's going to come in handy for the boss. This dungeon actually organically teaches you a couple of the tricks that you need to know in order to beat the boss. Not just that one, something else as well. Oh hey, Yug, it's the Serpent Crystal! Looks like a berry or Why is my Brooklyn accent so bad? Hey, Yug. It's entirely based around Joey Wheeler for some reason. I live like an hour away from Brooklyn. At least I can always take solace in knowing that I have an impeccable, perfect French accent. And fluent French. Take that, Brooklynites. Oh no, Yug, it's a Crimson Helm. It must be Crimson Helm. He really does look like one mean dude. But is he a bad enough dude to kill God? No. Especially now that we have these. These are the Satomi power orbs. Are they gonna protect us or something? Yes. Not that we really need them to. They are huge amounts of overkill for this fight. Because they function exactly like Godhood, where one orb will absorb one instance of damage, and you have 8 of them. So like the chimeras that we encountered in this dungeon for the first time, his armor protects him from damage. And again, like the chimeras, all we have to do is land hits until it breaks. And then once it's broken, we use the Gale Storm one time to put out the fire wreathing his skeleton, and then just go to town for a little bit. It looks like this is going to be most likely a 4 cycle. We could probably get it down to 3 if I really tried. Or if I was using a stronger weapon like one of the reflectors. Well, we don't have the Infinity Judge, so we actually don't have a stronger weapon. The only other reflector that we have is actually weaker than my upgraded Rosary. And we'll be getting another weapon at the end of this fight. I love that we're fighting a burning Centaur skeleton. That's all this really is once you strip the armor away. Also, keep his head in mind. And keep that in mind for a good long while. What his helmet and what his face looks like with the helmet on. Yeah, this'll be it. But wait. There's more? Almost looks a little bit like Volvagia. Or the 8 heads of Orochi. There wasn't that much more, because now it's Susanoo's turn to come in and clean up. With some assistance. He's gonna get sliced and diced. Time for some brush work. Yeah, we know the routine for this by now. Oh, awesome! I didn't mean to fail that, but it's a good thing that I did, because I love this animation. Let's get it right this time, though. Whoop! I think the deal was just not being over the seal. I don't know what was wrong with that one. That's very odd. Let's... I don't know. Let's start it over further to the left. No, that didn't really seem to be the difference. Oh, now we get to see him do this whole cutscene all messed up with his crack hanging out. As Crimson Helm is finding out, crack does indeed kill. And to top it off, now for some wind. And so, note the direction that he is spinning. Make sure to create the right direction for the whirlwind. One more. Secret technique, Wind of Wrath. And now that Crimson Helm is defeated, I hope y'all are ready for a whole lot of plot. Positive this is not my doing. It's the gods. They toy with me. Will you never stop mocking me? You hear me up there? Are you happy now? Oh, why must I bear this burden of being Nagi's descendant? All I wish is to live in peace. You enjoy dogging my every step? Wow. Blast you gods. I don't want your power. This whole world can fall to ruin as far as I'm concerned. Enough of these legends and Nagi's descendant stuff. Now just leave me be. It's almost like he can't handle the pressure of the expectations set upon him by his heritage. Like he's afraid he can't live up to Nagi. Stop it. I don't want to hear about that now. Go away, leave me alone. The helm of this tendril, this head of Orochi looks just like Crimson Helm. Crimson Helm's helm. And right on cue, there's our new rosary, new divine instrument, the life beads. Rosary that draws upon pure life energy to destroy evil. And we already have some gold dust on us to upgrade it right away. Bonjour! Am I interrupting something? Oh, brother, it's that half-baked prophet again. That's... oh, yeah. Waka swoops in to swipe the Serpent Crystal right out from under us after we do all the hard work. I'm the only one who can dispel the barrier with it. The barrier in front of Orochi's cave, the one that he's sealed inside. Yeah. The Moon Cave. Why does Waka want to dispel the barrier? Why are you going over to Orochi's place? That makes it sound like he's just going over to hang out. Oh, I almost forgot. Time for another prophecy. I foresee a rendezvous with a sweet little thing. We have a rendezvous with a sweet little thing at some disputed barricade when spring comes back with rustling shade and apple blossoms fill the air. I have a rendezvous with a sweet little thing. When spring when spring brings back blue days and fair, and I to my pledged word am true, I shall not fail that rendezvous. I am eternally grateful for that really good Gears of War 2 trailer from way back in the day, because I had never heard that poem before that trailer, and it went on to become one of my favorite poems. So now that we have defeated Crimson Helm and restored the Divine Wind to Kusa Village, we're going to meet back with Princess Fusei. Restore the Divine Wind, the Canine Warriors rejoice, and Yatsu. Princess Fusei, last of the Satomi house, you've done well. I do know, Princess Fusei, I was her husband and head priest of the shrine. My lingering fears about Kusa Village kept my spirit here, but now he can finally pass on. And his propeller hat, his windmill hat, is going to ascend him to the heavens. Oh, and Princess Fusei didn't get to see any of that. She was wondering what we were looking at. As head priestess, I shall now dedicate my life to the shrine, and keeping the 5 remaining canine warriors in line. Wow, defeating Crimson Helm and saving this whole village was worth 30 whole praise? Interesting that we can quantify how much praise that was worth. Alright, we have one more thing to do in Kusa Village, now that we have the Gale Storm, finally. And then we're going to move on because we're right on the eve of the full moon, which means the festival in Kamiki Village is about to get underway. And we had another prophecy there about a white arrow. Too young to die, I'd like a chance to use all these brush techniques. Bet your partner Nagi was the stronger between the two of you. Or maybe it was the legendary sake. Yeah, it must have been that. Speaking of which, the 8 purification sake is waiting for us back in the village too. We kind of just left, not Sakuya, Kushi. Oh my god! Oh my god! Issun! Gross! Issun is pathologically horny on main. There's nothing wrong with horny. Some of my best friends are horny on me. I have horny friends myself. But damn, dude, chill! Especially with that. Shit. Yeah, we kind of just left Kushi alone to take back that enormous barrel of spring water. I'm gonna see if we could still get that small little cutscene with her, but I think the time for that is now past. Now, this is what we needed the Gale Storm for. So we want to make sure these are blowing to the left. And these windsocks are even worse to platform on than the banners. I can't believe I actually did that on the first try. And the reason that we want to come all the way up here with the Gale Storm is to collect our 3rd Sun Fragment. This is technically, I think, the 4th one available in the game, but the one back in, I think, Hana Valley? We just bypassed. And even the Chiggins are praising us. Praise God, we are fed. Now, let's see if these will act as a parachute for us. Nope. And let's see. I think we have enough money for the Infinity Judge now. But we no longer really need it. We don't actually have enough. We will after selling all this. But still, I don't think I actually want to grab that. But what I do want to do is make sure that I have my life beads equipped. Oh, and this also presents us with a new opportunity where we could have a rosary as both our main and our sub. But I think I'm going to elect to keep the Snarling Beast as our sub-weapon for now. Make sure that's upgraded, and we're good to go to head back to Kamiki. And then there's the lingering plot thread of what Waka is doing back at the Moon Cave to worry about after that. For just a split second in my head, every time I see Waka or say Waka's name, the image that comes up is Waka from Final Fantasy X, really eager to do a genocide against the Elbed. My mind has been forever poisoned with that. Ooh, let's feed the dog. You want meat? Give me praise, dog. Give me the herbs, worm. Go, onion! I need to collect the tools. Oh god, I love pathologic. Oh right, this is the Sakia tree, or the sapling. And then once we get back out into Agata Forest, I'm gonna take a second and look around for that other shortcut that I forgot about, or that I missed last time. I know that it exists. I just forgot where it is. It's been so long since I played this. Still nothing to really be done about that, so we'll just keep moving along. Oh, right, it's back here by the springs where we helped Kushi out. I just forgot to come back up here after that cutscene. Yeah, it's this little cave over here on the right. This is our secondary exit from Agata Forest back into Agata. Or back into Shinshu Fields. And I think this also spits us out a little bit closer to Kamiki as well. And look at that sky. It looks like it could start pouring any moment. Yeah, it looks a little more malevolent than that. Looks like it was already nighttime, so let's try to bring some light and warmth back to the place. Why is it so dark? The sun's out, isn't it? Okay, so this darkness is not natural. By the way, this ledge is where we would have found Saki, keep mixing her up with Sakia, Kushi. If we had come out here before defeating Crimson Helm. So she makes it all the way out there and then down from the cliff back to Kamiki Village on her own. I think this might also mean that we're gonna miss out on helping her brew the sake, but I could be wrong. You just do a minigame with a few of your brush techniques. Assuming that we've missed that. And the full moon is out now. Doesn't the Kamiki Festival fall on the full moon this time of year? Oh, we're gonna miss all the sake. Really prescient note by Issun. Everyone's gathered outside of Susanoo's house. Come out here this instant, Susanoo. You have some explaining to do. How could you have drunk the sacred sake meant for Konohana? He did what? What? Susanoo, we're not mad at you. You must have had some reason to drink up the 8 purification sake. Speak for yourself, Miss Orange. Your husband is pissed. Issun, too. I don't care if it's so special. I couldn't help myself. I just had to have a drink. Well, it wasn't any old sake, and this isn't any old festival. It's been exactly 100 years since Nagi and Shiranui's great victory. We've even been blessed by a glorious full moon. How could you have done such a despicable thing? Leave me alone. I don't care about Nagi and his fleabag friend. I am Susanoo, the greatest warrior who ever lived. Yeah, no, there's not a drop left. Sake everywhere, not a drop to drink. He was acting like a madman when he returned. He drank all the sacred sake and then holed up in his house. What the hell? Oh, it's the dragonfly kite. Yeah, she already made it back down the cliff, back to the village, and brewed the sake herself by the time we got back. The timing couldn't be worse with the return of Orochi and all. The dreaded Orochi. It's all my fault. I'm to blame for all your misfortunes. That's right, you fool! Tell him, Mr. Orange. Do you realize what a fix we're in now without any sacred sake? It was I who committed that unspeakable act in the Moon Cave. It was I who brought Orochi back to life. I have brought utter destruction upon the world. What is that fool talking about? I was sick of hearing about how I'm a descendant of Nagi. I wanted to prove it was all a lie by removing the sword Tsukuyomi. But the legend was true, and I've unleashed an unspeakable evil. And the curse consumed all of Nippon. So, that was him. You removed the sacred sword that imprisoned the dreaded Orochi? I fled to the village out of fear. Then, I blocked its entrance with a boulder and hid underground. After that, I tried fleeing here and there. But the gods would not leave me be. Ever they stared down at me. They let it be known that I'd never be forgiven. At least, not until I slew the dreaded Orochi. I know that Tsukuyomi was removed and the Moon Cave vanished. But if what Susanoo said is true, that would mean Orochi's rite of sacrifice. So that's what the arrow in the prophecy was all about. The prophecy foretold by Hayabusa. The white arrow that marks the house of the maiden to be sacrificed to Orochi. Now that he's free, the arrow will fly again, and somebody will have to be sacrificed. Once again, for the first time in 100 years. And the home it struck is the home of Kushi. On the eve of the full moon, the 8-headed serpent shall appear, and the accursed arrow shall mark the home of the chosen maiden. It's exactly as the legend tells. If we don't offer the chosen maiden as a sacrifice, our entire village will be wiped off the face of the earth. Susanoo, you're no coward. If the gods tell you to fight, you're the only one who can. You can do it. After all, you saved me, didn't you? You can do it, chosen one! I know you'll come. Kushi, you're not going to... Her run cycle is so funny! And this is a different bottle of sake. This is her Thunder Brew. The great Nagi intoxicated Orochi and defeated him with it. My sake is my life. Surely it can intoxicate even Orochi. She's not going to take on Orochi herself, is she? No. But she is going to go and offer herself up as bait, hoping that Susanoo will come rescue her. That is going to do it for tonight. Thank you all for watching. We are going to go into the Moon Cave, an amazing dungeon, next time. Thank you all for watching. Take it easy. Have a good one, y'all.